Good morning, all. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of Gar Capital. Glad to be with you this morning and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on our YouTube channel. May 21st, 2024 on a Tuesday. Glad to be with you. Let's go ahead and get started. I know you guys have questions. Let's just go quickly around. I don't know why this just slowed down. Okay, there we go. Good. All right, let's go quickly around the horn and then we'll answer some questions. Dow futures down 18 points, Nasdaq down 56, the S&P down about 6 points, 0.12%. The Russell's down about 14.68%. The dollar index is slightly higher this morning. Again, we need to keep that. We need this to go lower. The VIX up 3.21% at 12.5. Currently 12.54. Crude oil pulling back down 1%. Gold, gasoline, gold, silver. Only copper moving higher. Thank you, FCX. So we'll probably get that today. Wait, I held so we can catch that today. So most of the commodities are down except for copper this morning. But that's a really good sign. Aussie dollar 66.65, US dollar 156.41 over the yen. That's up 13 pips. Euro dollar 108.49. Bitcoin 71,565. We talked about this on the weekly video. If you guys haven't caught that, make sure to go back to our YouTube channel. We had a weekly recap, and make sure to turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of it. Ethereum up 10% on the future side. Good stuff. Let's go quickly to the S&P 500. I know I had a question this morning on a possible double top. And again, it looks like it, right? Double top on S&P. We'll look at SPY together. SPY does not have the current prices because this is the daily chart. There is no double top yet on SPY, but you do have a gap to fill at 523.73. So you can use that as your downside risk. The only issue is that, of course, you have NVIDIA coming up on Wednesday. I think it's a Wednesday. Let me make sure. Earnings calendar. Yeah, we have NVIDIA tomorrow. So all this could be short-lived. In my opinion, I'm just looking for discounts on the NASDAQ because I think we bounce anyways. So right around 18,677, that's where I'm looking for a play to go long again, play that bounce. Why? Because that is the previous all-time highs. We'll use that as support. If it breaks down slightly below it, then that's fine. But I think we'll get a nice little bounce here. Really, it's dependent on the dollar. Let's see the dollar here. Yeah, the dollar, you can see that trend line on the 1 hour starting to move, break out a little bit. That is concerning. Again, my thesis here is a little more lower here in terms of the dollar. Let me move this over here. You can see I drew this line here, and this is my target here. But again, we're starting to break out of it. So let's place an alert right here. That's the 50-day. We need that to reject. If this does break today, then we are going to go lower in stocks. And again, this could be short-lived because we have NVIDIA coming up. NVIDIA is coming up in earnings tomorrow. I know I had a question in regards to Ethereum. So let's look at it. Ethereum ETF, that's what's really the news. We'll go to the daily and take a look. Let's see if I can get this going. We'll reset manual expansion. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty much the same thing I said in regards to crypto and Bitcoin. You're just getting a breakout. That's all. And looks pretty nice. I mean, what more could you say? You got that break. You're above the 50. Really, your next target is all-time highs of 41.38. So in the options world, you really can't trade this. There's no Ethereum ETF unless you want to trade a Mara or a coin. Coinbase was part of our watch list this week. The only reason I didn't fill it for a signal is because, well, we filled Apple and we filled Intel. Masterclass has BITO. They were 36% yesterday. We're still holding it. But you can see 232.41 if we bring out the Discord. See the Discord rather quickly. It was right here, team. And again, this was free for everybody. Coin above 222, looking for the 235s. I just didn't send it out just for the fact that we had other stuff running. XLE, obviously, energy is pulling back slightly, but BITO is about to break that target. I still think 33.79. Even though Masterclass already got in, they're more likely going to get out, leave a runner today. And guys, we're above the 200. Oh, that's the 4 hour, excuse me. We are not above the 50 quite yet, but getting there. 28.94. Yep, we'll be above the 50-day. So 28.94. Let's see if we can place an alert. We got 29.32. And again, I'm just looking for volume. So anything around 32 to 34 with some time on Bitcoin BITO, I think Bitcoin hits all-time highs. It's a beautiful setup, but we got to get above the 50, which we are currently. Let's see if we get there. I placed an alert at 29.33. That's about 35 cents away, 38 cents away. That should be able to confirm being above the 50-day. Let's see. Oh, Tara's asking, how high will ETH go in this uptrend to all-time highs, in my opinion? We talked about the double top. Possibly. I don't think we will. I think we're just getting a pullback due to the dollar. Usually, in terms of Memorial Day price action, seasonally speaking, we usually get pretty good price action in terms of the Russell and the NASDAQ. I'm going to show you guys that chart. Let me get that for y'all. Scroll up. I know it's a lot of stuff. Here we go. The NASDAQ and the Russell, historically strongest week before Memorial Day. Memorial Day is on Monday. Last 20 years, the Russell's up 80% of the time. Average gain of 1.59%. The NASDAQ's up 75% of the time with an average gain of 1.39%. The week before Memorial Day. So I still expect the NASDAQ to bounce. That's why I want to buy the dip. But granted, NVIDIA is hanging above us, even though I do expect NVIDIA to move higher personally. Does it mean I want to trade that? No. It's too damn expensive to trade that option. So we'll just wait. Alibaba pulled back, slashed some prices on cloud. We got out of that, which is great on signal on Friday. Get me a back above 90. We can play the 94s. But until then, we're just waiting. Thoughts on Tesla? Underperforming the NASDAQ, as we know. But nothing has changed. More consolidation. You're still at the 20-day. You'll probably tag the 50. You're still within this channel here. Downside channel, nothing has really changed. I still expect more upside, but I need 184.69 to break, team. Once that breaks, you have that slight gap fill 186. I want to target 200. But until that alert breaks, there's really nothing I can do. Just wait. What else we got? BITO calls. Yep, BITO, Masterclass has it already. So we just need to break the 50-day, which is right here, right around. Switch to the pointer, make life easy. There you go. 28.63. We're above it. 29.33 would be your next slight resistance. Again, that's going to break. You're going to get to 34. I saw some volume on the 32s, I believe, or 33s, I forget. The spread was really ugly between the bid and the ask. You're talking about, it was, I think, a 37-cent option, but the spread was 7 cents. That's a big chunk, guys, that you're already losing off the rip when you buy it. So make sure the spreads are tight. Make sure the volume is there before you do anything. You want to buy something that you can sell later on. We want something with some demand. This is why we don't trade penny stocks and trade penny stock options. There's no demand. You're going to be trading the same people on the server. Boring. We got to make sure that we get something in demand that we can flip later. Let's take a look at Google. Google breaking out. I mean, like most tech, new all-time highs. How do you trade this? There's not more you could do. In terms of Google, the only thing you're waiting for is a check back to 170, or you're looking for a break of the 180 level, but then you're just looking for volume for continued upside. There is a gap to fill here at 160, 143. I'm just saying, if Google pulls back, I definitely want to target that gap fill. So we'll see if we get any weakness going into June, possibly, since May is about to finish. XOM calls, still got those, but energy is down today, 1.48%. So we're down about 50 cents on the option here. And again, see this trend line here? We just got to get above 120. It's still moving higher, but just at a slow grind. Need this to go higher, need this to go lower. Microsoft, that pulled back yesterday slightly, but 428.68, that is my level to break. If that breaks it, I'm going to target 440, 445 calls because that'll be a breakout. Google, in contrast, had a breakout, but is pulling back a little bit. In terms of Apple, Apple is trading higher this morning slightly. Once it breaks 191.92, we'll get to 195, which is our target, which we have. Remember, guys, we did the 190s and the 195s. 190s were last week. 195s we filled this week. We'll catch that today, my opinion, and we'll move forward with it. So again, the goal really is 5 for 5 in terms of options this week, but I was doing some math. We could do 3 and we'll be at 90% for the month. So 3 I'll be happy with, 5 I'll be ecstatic. So trying to get as much as I can for you guys before the long weekend. Monday, there's no market. Remember that. Did I miss your comments on Intel? No, but Apple is going to break. We have the longs there. Let's take a look at Intel. Slightly down this morning. Break 32.44. There's your gap, right around 34.43. That's what we're targeting. Same as before. AMD. AMD is just pricey because of NVIDIA this week. Intel was cheaper, which was nice. You got to cross between the 50 and the 100. So let's cross that and get above. Um, you could do 171 and you break 180. But again, all this is going to be just the weight anyways. I still think AMD goes higher. You broke this trend line here, the downside wedge breakout. I still think NVIDIA gets to 184, 185, and then I'll take the next level to 197. AMD will get back to all-time highs, in my opinion. Absolutely. The question is when? How do you trade it? And with NVIDIA looming tomorrow, once we get those earnings and we're done with those, finally prices reset. Thursday, we can see what we can do on that. Any other questions? All right, I think that's it. So again, I still like Bitcoin. I still like crypto. Nothing has changed there. Again, we just want that spread to tighten on BITO. And master classes are already in it. They're already in it. So we'll catch that. We'll catch FCX hopefully today. Apple hopefully today. And Intel hopefully today. That'll be 3. Masterclass will get BITO. Everyone's happy. Let's see if Citibank is doing anything special. They're up this morning, pulled back due to Mr. Jamie Dimon talking about banks and talking about JPM being expensive. 62.73 is your 20. As long as you hold above that and this trend line, you're going to be fine. We got time on it. So we'll just wait on Citi. Coinbase. Coinbase is breaking out of that trend. Again, if you took it yesterday or you went for it, I still think there's more to go, but profit taking is always nice. Pretty solid setup, just like BITO, guys. I mean, you could draw it any way you want. You can do this as well. Same thing as BITO. The downward channel breakout. I mean, you pick however you want, but again, higher is where we're going. So I say bullish crypto back to all-time highs. On Coinbase, I don't know if this is all-time highs. It isn't. So again, just checking back to right around 282, which is the March highs, which I think was the last time Bitcoin was at those highs. So that's where we are. I just did Citibank, and Citibank, again, it's still above the 20-day moving average. It's still following this trend higher. Again, just comments from Jamie Dimon. Slam the financial stocks. All you can do there. But again, that'll retrace as it always does. There's always some comments that the algos all of a sudden want to sell. Again, you don't need a reason to sell, but you always need a reason to buy. That's just the way it goes. So we'll see where we go. FCX is almost in the money, guys. 54.99. That's a good sign. I'm glad we held. Let's see what we get this morning. That'd be nice to catch that snack and Apple first thing in the morning and put some money in our pockets. Have a great rest of your morning. I will see you guys on the server. If you guys want to join us, start with the free live market blog. All the scrolls at the bottom. Make sure to join us. That is free forever. But if you want to join our paid services, our website is www.guard.capital. Under pricing. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you then. Cheers.